Hello there, honey cakes. This is a video about the PulseChain ecosystem FUD going around. There is a website method that we use to be decentralized called IPFS, and it's like BitTorrent. So instead of a website having one file somewhere on one computer, what they do is they split it up to like 100 computers. And if you want to go visit the website, you go to 100 parts, okay? Now, we all thought this IPFS method initially was completely decentralized. A few of the community members knew it wasn't, and they were trying to reach out to some of the influencers out there, but I guess the voices weren't heard. But now we got to feel the wrath of reality. You see, not all IPFS is actually fully decentralized. There are still blocks, things like BlockAid and these other government regulated approved things. They just throw them in there, I think, by default to start, just to make sure there's no obvious phishing websites, Trojans, scams, just to keep things a bit clean. Now, unfortunately, these things are going to turn a bit darker, friends, because something out there exists called Tornado Cash. All right, now let's go. What's going on with the Hex and PulseChain ecosystem, friends? Because when it comes to these, something's been going on. Okay, so what's been happening is all the websites connected to PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, and the staking, there has been a bit of a renaissance. We are adapting to the future, friends. If you've been looking at the websites, you've been noticing these different coding things here. What's going on IPFS now? It's just an extra link. And you can actually download the files now, which is fascinating. Name me another crypto where you can actually download the files. You know, I was learning here with you. I'm sure other crypto members were too, learning that, wow, you can download a website because the background still connects to the blockchain, because all you're doing is running mathematics. You're publishing mathematics on your computer, so you can always interact with it. However, most websites, to make the user experience really smooth, they have these centralized features and funnels. And what ends up happening is they can have a filter, government-approved filter on them, which means they can ban anything they want, and they can funnel people where they want, and they can basically spy on you and do all the other nasty things. Now, the beautiful part is if you just download the files, that's actually the future of crypto, by the way, just to let you know. I even heard this from Ivan, Sir Ivan the Great, the technologist. The future of crypto, friends, the government's just going to keep banning websites. It's not bad. It's just that's what it is. Like you're doing the anti-government stuff. Like they are trying to keep everybody in prison cell, and then you've got the keys. You literally got the key, right? The key to freedom. So what ends up happening is the world's going to go where they keep fighting us. They like the government's friends because they don't know what's going on, and they're all scum, and they're all trying to strangle the crypto industry. So the future is just them going to say, well, what's crypto? Okay, it's an internet thing. How about we ban the websites on their internet thing? That's how they're thinking, because they're all boomers and they're all scum and reptilians, right? So those specific websites they're trying to ban, they will be able to ban when it comes to other crypto. Not with PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. Why? Well, now you see you can actually download the files yourself and then run it yourself, and it will continue to just talk to the blockchain, which is decentralized. So they can't shut down the blockchain, and the end game is they can't shut you down from running the file locally on your computer. They can't shut you down, right? Isn't that fantastic to see? Now, when it comes to downloading the files, not everybody wants to do it. So what happens is other people will get the files and host it. There's an important thing to consider though. Remember, those files, even though they're connecting to a blockchain, there are contract addresses that they have to talk to. Those contract addresses are known to everyone in the world because it's a public blockchain. It's transparent. So the government, if they want, which they are doing now, they can go to any of these addresses and block you and ban you. You might say, well, why would they do that? Well, if you've been watching my channel that you like, subscribe, press the bell button and or to, I've been telling you that the government is using fake DeFi Uniswap, okay, those cucks over there. They're going to use them to strangle the whole crypto industry. It's so obvious it's been happening, friends. Every step of the way, they just keep proving my point. So what they're doing is the government in the future to do crypto, what we call as crypto, they're going to have two lists. If you are not on their whitelist approved, you are automatically a thief. You are an illegal money terrorist launderer. That's automatically what you are. They're going to say, well, you don't satisfy these conditions, therefore illegal. All right. And what's going to be on their list? Well, golly gee, it's going to be their own approved addresses. So what they're doing is what the government's doing, friends. You know how you can make an infinite amount of contract addresses and contracts? What the government's going to do is they go, no. By default, you're all guilty. You're all illegal. And what we're going to do is we're going to select these 5 websites, these 5 addresses, where if you interact with them only, you're sweet. But if we see that you're interacting with anything else, and we know your ID, which they will, friends, they're going to say you're a criminal. All right. Now, this is the then they fight you phase. Okay. Now, I want you to know, if a peanut brain like me, sitting on a squeaky chair, wrestling crocodiles part-time, could figure this out, it makes you wonder about people's $120,000 plus Bitcoin target, where we all win. It really does make you wonder, because I don't think we can all win when we are all in the middle of fighting. Now, with the PulseChain and PulseX ecosystem, the beautiful part is we have the files here to download. Now, there was an issue here, though. The IPFS, so that website, friends, remember I told you somebody could host the files themselves and do it? Well, we started getting these red, nasty warnings, warning, reporting, incorrect phishing. Oh, no, what's going on here? So it's all a bunch of baloney. What's going on? Well, I'm going to just tell you, I don't have verifiable proof of this, but I'm just opening your mind, expanding your mind as to what's possible. Before we do that, friends, we're going to play a bit of angel music. Some nice, gentle angel music, okay? So I want you to know something, okay? Because Tornado Cash exists, how it works is there's a pool of Ethereum. You send your Ethereum in, and then you then go to your wallet, which you want the money to go into, and then you're given a code. And then you can just put the code in, and basically you can withdraw the Ethereum you put in, right? So when someone on the blockchain sees, oh, how did you get that 10,000 Ethereum? Right, you can't do 10,000. Let's do 1 Ethereum, okay? Because 10,000, it's very easy to track with these larger numbers, okay? Because it's a pool, all right? So if someone grabs like 1 Ethereum in an address, they don't know where it came from. All they see is it came from the Tornado Cash pool, and it's the biggest Ethereum pool out there because it's all jumbled up, okay? Now, this is the interesting part and also sad scum part. The government, remember I told you, friends, how the government is basically going to make everything illegal and only have their white list approved. Now, when people heard this, because I'm like 19 steps ahead of the game and I have a straight posture, people are like, no, that can't possibly be true. Yes, we are moving that step forward. So we are in the next phase where the government just said anybody who interacts with Tornado Cash is a criminal. That's what they're saying. They've already said that, okay? They did this like during the year. Now, after this Tornado Cash thing started happening, what people started doing was they started sending popular influencers' addresses free money, but they started sending it from Tornado Cash. So someone out there, he put 1 Ethereum into Tornado Cash, and then he used another wallet and he withdrew. But here's the thing. When he withdrew, okay, he was sending it to other addresses. So you could like withdraw 100 ETH and then you send it around. So everyone knows when you get that 100 Ethereum, you go, oh my gosh, this is illegal money. Let's track the money where it's going. And what that person did was he started sending it to popular influencers. He goes, you're flagged, you're flagged, you're flagged, you're all flagged. He started doing that. Now, this was probably a protest when it started happening, okay? Now, I want to remind you, when it comes to the IPFS issue, none of this is 100% verified, but I can smell a rat somewhere, okay? So I am speculating. I'm just speculating, could be totally wrong, but I'm just, remember, opening your eyes into the things out there. Just here to, friends, I'm here to assure you, these are just teething issues. I'm not worried. This is like a little scum issues. We're going to get beyond this, okay? Don't worry about it. Now, I'm speculating that someone did this for the PulseChain and PulseX contract addresses. So maybe someone had like 2 Ethereum and like, yeah, friends, I'm telling you, people will spend $10,000 to take other people down in this game. They don't care, right? Think about this, okay? Imagine you are, I don't know, another layer 1 chain or a layer 2 chain. Let's say you're literally on Matic, right? Matic. And let's say you're a big Matic wallet holder. Let's say you have like, I don't know, for Polygon Matic, let's say you've literally got like $15 million, $10 million in it. It's very viable for someone of that big whale to say, you know what, I've got 10 million. How can I take down the competition of my bags? I don't know, PulseChain. They're making loud noise. Richard Hart, he twerks everywhere. Okay, let's take it down. So what they'll do is they'll happily give away 10 grand. Let's say when Ethereum, when they did the bans of these friends, Ethereum was like $1,000-ish. So they're like, all right, let's put 10 ETH somewhere. And what we'll do is let's withdraw it and let's do like 0.1 ETH each. So you have like 100 units of withdrawal. And what we'll do is we'll just keep sending that illegal Ethereum through the Tornado Cash pool because it's government eyes illegal. Let's send it to the PulseChain Sacrifice, PulseX. Let's send it to the DAI treasury funds. Let's send it to just every single address. Let's send it to the Hex contract address. Let's just literally throw it out everywhere. So everything looks poisoned. They just poison everything. It's like a spraying of poison mist everywhere. And because the government, they can't imagine someone will do this, right? But this is the digital cyberspace. You see, like, you know, if you're Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they do battles in different ways. But now we're dealing with digital New York real estate and competitions of property and all these other competition, hyper-competitive internet space. This is the field we're at. Now, what I told you, friends, remember, the government, they move in steps of this regulation because the government, they don't know how to just go from zero to kill everything. Okay, they do know, but they know people will revolt. And if people revolt, then literally revolution, and we know the government's corrupt. So what they do is they do it step by step. So they do one archaic draconian implementation and they go, all right, sweet. And they just do nothing. And then they wait until people could kick and scream. And then they do another one. And then it's basically like whack-a-mole, okay? But we're moving closer and closer like this. Now it's going to be like a 10-step process. We're like step 2. And people wondering, my gosh, you are my friend, Tommy. You do have a straight back. I do appreciate you. How could you see this? Well, friends, I'm here 18 hours a day, sniffing a lot of chairs. So many chairs, okay? So this is what I'm speculating. Once again, don't know, but speculating someone did this to our addresses. Now, where did this come from, okay? So there's actually evidence of this happening. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? So there are tools that they use like BlockAid, these different random words for government filters, like all these, you know, all these swaps and wallets and exchanges, friends, they're hooking up to these. They're already hooking up to these. They do these auto scans, auto filters, website checks, all of these, all right? So this would flag, if someone did it, it would flag the Wall Street tools like BlockAid and other government filter lists out there, okay? So any interaction, anyone with Tornado Cash breaks OFAC, all right? Which, and know your customer and all these, any interactions, which is like, it's stupid. It's literally like saying, if you traveled to the country of Iran, you're a criminal. That's like the US government, right? Because they're like, oh, Iran's our enemy. So therefore, if you set foot in that country for any purpose at all, you're a criminal terrorist, you're a traitor. We're gonna give you capital punishment for treason. It's that equivalent, all right? So that's why the crypto community is fighting back. Now, why did I get this idea? Well, because it's already happening, all right? So look at this. I have a friend who used Tornado Cash, all right, many years ago, all right? And my friend used Tornado Cash many years ago, and then he tried to use testing one of the swap features on Beetroot, which is like a PulseChain supported privacy swap thing. And he was just trying to move money around. Just want to use a swap from one chain to another and get onto PulseChain. I think he didn't want to use a bridge. I forgot what it was. Anyway, used it. Money's gone. And he messages me saying, my money's not there. And I'm like, just wait a bit. Anyway, 5 hours later, money's not there. And we ended up checking out. And it says, contact the support. He contacted the support. And they basically told him, they go, hey, you violate one of the rules here. And they sent him like this 15-page terms of service, right? And the person replying, I think it was a lady, he's like saying, she won't tell me what I violated. What did I do? Well, we ended up finding out, reading it all. I spent much time, man. He ended up finding out it violated the Tornado Cash. Okay. So he was using a privacy swap feature on Beetroot because they use a background auto swapping feature. And because it had Tornado Cash from many years ago, just one interaction from many years ago, bang. He was not able to get his money. Now, here's the thing. They sent his money back because he said he had to reply something. He had to send, I confirm I'm not a terrorist or something. He had to say something like that. I forgot what it was. And they gave him back his money, okay? I'm good because remember, friends, it's early days. You know, once we're dealing with the millions and millions of dollars later on, you're not going to be able to just send an email saying, I'm not a criminal to get your money back, okay? They're just starting right now. That's why you're my friend, okay? I appreciate you. Now, what ends up happening is we try a different method. I told him, hey, why don't you just send it to another address and then just try to do the swap? He sends it to another address, money gets blocked again. So he sends to another address. He used the privacy feature, right? The swap thing, right? And it got blocked again. So then he has to email the lady again. And he's like, lady, what did I violate? She's not allowed to tell you. I don't know if she's not allowed. She just kept saying, you violated one of the rules. Please read the agreement. Please read the agreement. And I'm like sitting here, man. We wasted so many hours. I'm like, bro, who is this hoe? Just tell us what we did. And I'm finding out. Okay, so basically now, looking back, this is how loose they are. They're like, any address. You see this Tornado Cash address, friends? Anything that sent money in or got money out, where you get sent out, they're all flagged too. Right? And I'm sitting here like, bro, you get friends, you know, he was doing like $108. Okay, it was like 0.1 ETH or something. Right? And I was like, if they're doing this for $180, what are they going to do for the rest already? Okay, so that's what happened. Now, that's why I'm telling you, it's very possible. That's why I think it's likely what's happened is jealous scum out there. So what they've done is they've done this to the PulseChain PulseX sacrifice faces. That's why the IPFS, the website itself, right, it's talking to addresses, PulseChain PulseX affiliated with Tornado Cash money, which other trolling subhuman filth cockroach gut scum is trying to just pester the community. All right, so once again, not 100% verified. It might be another way. I'm just telling you this is what's possible. All right, now not even possible. It is happening right now. And I already speculated on that. Why would somebody do it? Well, just told you, right? I'm not referring to, I just used Matic because they're up there, okay? It's not just necessarily Matic. It could just be a complete troll. It could be just someone who's out for Richard. It could be even a Bitcoin maxer. You just don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anybody could do it from anywhere, okay? Someone who just hates the system. It could be just someone, never know. It could be, literally, friends, it could be the same people who did the corrupt SEC filing to get the money out, okay? That's also possible, right? Because think about that. Wouldn't that, like, increase your probability of winning the case? You're like, hey, let's use corrupt money. Let's send it to the addresses so the corrupt SEC has more weight in court when they talk about it. So there's the type of scum that are out here, all right? Now, they are little soy boy bitch scum. Now, so I don't have any concrete evidence from this, but I'm just telling you, this is 100% happening in the background already, but specifically for this, maybe we're going to get to the bottom of it. So Mr. Coffee, so CryptoCoffee, shout out to Mr. Coffee, a friend of the channel and a friend of PulseChain community as well. Mr. Coffee, he spoke to the MetaMask support team and they said they are using a thing called BlockAid, but it was auto-filtering because of the blocked Etherscan status. Remember, Etherscan is where we see the blockchain, transparent blockchain, etc., okay? However, there's a little clown emoji here. So personally me, I am not on board with hearing accidental filterings from MetaMask, okay? MetaMask is scum. If you work for MetaMask, you are also scum. Everybody associated with MetaMask, you are compromised piece of trash, okay? JP Morgan has its tentacles in MetaMask. MetaMask is like literally actively seeking to corrupt the crypto industry from within now. Everyone uses it. Okay, JP Morgan have been there for a long time. And you know how I know it's true? Go to their freaking website. The MetaMask themselves have a section in there that says, we are not compromised by JP Morgan. Yeah, but we are not. That's like the US president, right? That's like literally US president on his biography saying, I am not compromised by Russia. I have nothing to do with Russia. I do not like Russia. Like, guilty, man, just guilty. All right, there's so much more evidence as well. So when it comes to these friends, you really can't think they're all just coincidences. All right, it's not. There's more at play here. Okay, MetaMask is scum. They are trash. We still have to use it until someone makes better wallets. There are more better wallets coming out there, but these are the types of things going in the background so they can try strangle the crypto industry. Okay, so this is all. None of it is accidental. All right, now this is the type of hater scum attack, so nothing surprises us, but it also makes you think, right? By the way, so just to let you know, friends, all of the popular .eth addresses out there on Twitter, Ethereum maxis, people trolled them already. When they first did that ban tornado cash thing, someone was just sending money to all the popular ETH addresses. One of them is Sassel.eth. I remember he got hit. He runs a daily Gwei. He's an Ethereum lover. And I'm sure it was just a protest, but just to show you, friends, that's how it just all started, okay? So the people were doing it literally from day one. They started doing it around, right? Now, I'm just going to guess, you know the filter? I'm going to guess what they ended up doing is they use a certain condition. Like, oh, if it's only one interaction and it was before a certain date, it doesn't count, right? But then what ended up happening is people keep doing it. And they keep doing it until it gets flagged, okay? So it's literally the same as like, well, if I plant one illicit substance at your house and call the cops, then they'll think, oh, someone just trolled him. Okay, but if I do it every week and I keep calling the cops and after like 8 weeks, the cops are like, hey, how come we always come to the front of your porch and there's always some drugs planted at the front of your doorstep? You know what I mean, friends? This is what people do. It's so easy, low cost to do this in crypto, right? That's why people are doing it. But it also makes you think, Lido DAO, Uniswap, Aave, Coinbase, other big entities, they could all be flagged, okay? Just start sending them money from all that, okay? They could all be flagged. They probably are going to get flagged, all right? And that's the type of things that's going to go on. It's because of the government regulation. It's all whack-a-mole. People figuring out, hey, what are the loopholes? How can I go annoy other people, okay? So US government considers all of it as money laundering. Remember, PulseChain is still ahead of the game. That's the most important part of this video. It's ahead of the game. We're getting rid of these issues now. People are learning. Everyone in the community knows about it. So if my friends ask about it, I know. Guess what? You didn't have to even know the full story. You say, oh, what's going on with these red labels saying it's illegal? And just say, someone did illegal money laundering from another community and tried to poison this community and tried to troll it. So that's what it is. There you go. Okay, you see, I'm not stressed. I don't really care. Prices are cheap. Now, if you are one of the bigger whales, bigger soy boys exiting, let them sell, friends. Just let them sell. Like I've already told you, the solution. There are solutions already out here. We already have the solutions. I would be nervous if there were no solutions. I would be sweating bullets. But there are solutions. We have them right here on the front of the website. Okay, so think about this. Would you rather the issue of they just got to click an extra time, right, to access the website? Would you rather that issue, or would you rather the issue of imagine a world where, oh my gosh, we don't know the solution. We've got to wait for somebody to think of a solution, right? Think of how much worse that would be if no one even knew about this, right? But we've all been conditioned to learning about it now. So I want you to know, right, app.pulsex.com, all the websites, friends, they are up now and working. If you want to use, remember, the one-stop shop is gorealdefi.com. You see this up the top? GoRealDefi.com has all the buttons here. If you want to click on, for example, exchange, or even click on the bridge, you can click on the bridge and it will take you right there. So sometimes there's some teething issues when you come across this. They have to connect properly, etc. So you see, it just works properly. Isn't that beautiful to see? And of course, I've left the price charts to last. Look, the prices are cheap, friends. Have a look at this. This is a weekly chart on Pulse, okay? But I'll just be honest, friends, okay? Pulse and PulseX, they have these higher lows. Combined Hex is closer towards the low, but it's no surprise to everyone, right? I've been telling you, like, my whole theory is if Ethereum, the layer 1, is going to outperform Bitcoin in the next 24 months, then I also feel PulseChain and PulseX will outperform Hex. So the layer 1 and the DEX will outperform Hex. Why? Just because as people get a risk on appetite, they want to speculate about upgrades and everything else. All right. But if I still have these here bullets, doesn't really matter. I'm still buying. I don't care. I like this. It's FUD, friends. But if you do the research, this is your investing career. Okay. You do the research and you figure out, all right, is there a path where the sellers are wrong? Just give me a world where they're wrong. I've just given it to you. Okay. That's what you want. Whenever things go bad, I want to find out, hey, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? Okay. And if you believe the narrative yourself, okay, it's not over, well, then you've got some talent here because you're buying low and you're holding on. And that's why you deserve all the rewards at the end. Biggest reward of all is actually you subscribing because you're my friend. Make sure you like, subscribe. Again, I love and appreciate you. Catch you very soon.